I was a devoted husband and father, living what seemed like a perfect life until the day Becky dropped a bombshell. She had been cheating on me for a year, with our own daughter Holly helping her. The betrayal cut like a dagger to my heart. As I uncovered the extent of their deceit, hidden accounts, secret meetings, and lies that spanned our entire marriage, I faced a path filled with anger, despair, and tough decisions. Yet, amidst the chaos, I found a glimmer of hope and a chance at a new life. This is my tale of devastating betrayal, shocking discoveries, and unexpected redemption. That day, I had just finished a decent round of golf, scoring 7 over par. Not my best, but not bad either. For the past few years, my friend Matt and I played golf together a couple of times a month. He's about 10 years older than me. A big guy who talks a lot and works in real estate, doing well despite occasional slow periods. We met when my wife Becky and I moved into our current home 6 years ago. Matt's wife Pam, a tall, thin blonde, stays home to care for their son Chad, who recently turned 18 and is finishing high school before heading to college. Pam and Becky became instant friends, meeting several times a week. Becky, also blonde with straight hair that falls just below her shoulders, always looks great, though she sometimes adds curl and volume. She keeps herself in good shape, with a few soft spots natural for a 41-year-old woman. To me, she was the most beautiful woman in the world. Or at least she was before all this began. When Becky said, "We need to talk," that fateful Saturday afternoon, I braced myself for bad news. As no wife ever says those words with good intentions, my mind raced trying to guess what it could be. I hadn't been in the garage, so maybe something was wrong with her car, but that wouldn't be a big deal. As an engineer, I make good money, so fixing something tangible was easy, and she knew it. Then I thought it might be personal. Maybe something happened to one of our parents or 3 of our 8 living grandparents. Or perhaps it was about our daughter, Holly, who was very close to her mother. A mini-me with Becky's straight blonde hair and love of shopping. Holly, 18, had started dating a boy named Dean a couple of months ago, who seemed nice enough. As far as I knew, their relationship wasn't physical, but fathers don't always know these things. Could Holly be pregnant? That would explain Becky's gloomy tone, though it was manageable. Or maybe Becky was pregnant. At my age, being a father again didn't scare me. I enjoyed it the first time and could again, but maybe Becky thought I wouldn't be happy. These thoughts flashed through my mind in seconds, and I nearly convinced myself one of the women in my life was pregnant as I sat across from my wife of 18 years at the kitchen table. "Henry, my dear, you know how much I love you, right?" Becky asked. "Of course, Beck, I never doubted it for a minute," I replied, trying to stay cheerful, expecting news of a new baby. But doubt crept in. Why would she ask if I knew she loved me unless she was about to say something to make me question it? "Henry, I love you with all my soul and always will. I look forward to us spending the rest of our lives together," she continued. "Me too, honey. But I guess this isn't a mutual admiration society meeting." "What's the matter?" I asked. "Henry, we've been together for 20 years, 18 as husband and wife. I love you more every day. All this time I've dedicated my life to caring for you and our wonderful daughter. Except for visits to friends, I've asked for almost nothing for myself." "Do you agree?" she said. It was clear this wasn't about Holly, but about Becky wanting something she thought I might oppose. She'd never mentioned wanting another child, so I was losing confidence in my pregnancy theory. "I agree, honey. You've always put Holly and me first, though we encouraged you to make time for yourself," I replied. "Yes, and I know that. This is one way to understand how much you love me and why I believe you'll indulge me now," she said. "Well, I'm listening," I responded. "Henry, as you know, everything changes with age. Our bodies, energy levels, and sex drives change. You're a wonderful lover, Henry, and always have been. But you know as well as I do that as you age, you're less able to handle it. It's just a natural part of aging, and I understand that," Becky said. I didn't like where this was going. Few things are worse for a man than his wife questioning his masculinity. I had a bad feeling but nodded to show I understood, waiting for the other shoe to drop, assuming she'd suggest a solution. For me, it's the opposite. I find myself needing something almost every day. "Don't you think I feel the same way, Becky?" I love you and want you to be taken care of. But you can't fight biology, I said. I know and understand this and I don't hold it against you. It's just the nature of aging. Okay, Becky. Now that you've pointed out my sexual shortcomings and minimized them, are you going to get to the point? I asked, sensing she was leading to asking permission for an affair. I was almost right. Henry, please understand, I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm just explaining. It's very difficult for me to talk about this. I hope you won't be too angry, and we can continue to talk like before, she said. I stayed silent, waiting. Henry, I have a lover. This has been going on for almost a year now, she confessed. I was shocked, unable to respond. She filled the silence. We meet a couple of times a week. I don't love him. I love only you. I tried hard so you wouldn't find out. I made sure nothing changed at home. I know when you're in the mood and plan around it. You always had me when you wanted. Nothing will change. You're my husband and your needs come first. So you'll continue this? I asked. Yes, Henry. My needs have increased. I need this to meet them. But it won't change my feelings for you or our love life, she replied. Who is he? I demanded. I'm not telling you, Henry, you don't need to know. It's not one of your friends or co-workers, just someone I met, she said. And you expect me to accept this because I love you? I asked incredulously. Yes, I know you love me and want me to be happy. And you didn't notice any changes. I tried hard to keep it that way. The alternative is alimony and child support. You'd live elsewhere. I love you and don't want you to suffer. It's better for everyone if we continue as before, she said. I tried to stay calm, but inside I was furious. How dare she threaten me with divorce? Holly might not like living with a cheating mother. You've got it all figured out, haven't you? You played me and now you leave me hanging, I said. Please don't get that way, honey, she pleaded. Don't call me that, I snapped. Being angry won't help, she said. That may be true, but it makes me feel better. This is hard to hear, but it won't affect us. You didn't notice and won't in the future. It's just something I do to satisfy my needs. It won't take anything from you. It's like if I did volunteer work, she argued. Okay, let's assume I believe you. Why now, I asked. What do you mean? She replied. All this time you managed to lie and deceive me, I said. I never lied to you, Henry, she insisted. When we got married, you promised to be with only me. Not telling me is lying. Every day since you first slept with him, he's not an upstanding guy. He's very nice. I wouldn't date someone who sleeps with married women. That makes him scum, I said. So, you're even more of a traitor than I thought, I added, ignoring her attempt to interrupt. Let's get back to my question. Why tell me now? You made me trust you. You deceived me for a year. Why now? I pressed. Like I said, I plan to spend every day showing you how much I love you. But he is taking me to Hawaii for a week. Like our first date anniversary, she revealed. Are you kidding me? You leave for a week with your lover, and I stay home working, then I welcome you back. What did I do to deserve this disrespect, I asked. You did nothing, Henry. This isn't disrespectful. I'm doing this for myself. It doesn't affect my feelings for you, she said. I don't understand. What about your daughter, Becky? What will you tell Holly about this trip? We always went as a family and now you're going alone, I said. I told Holly my friends and I are taking a trip. It won't affect our family vacation this summer. She didn't mind. She even joked about it, she replied. You think I'll let her believe this? What proof do you have, I asked. Henry, I showed her brochures and promised to tell her about it when I return. All you have is your word. She'd rather believe me than you, she said. You thought of everything. You can do what you want. Who cares what I think? If I don't like it, that's too bad. How do you expect to stay married to me after this? I asked. We love each other. When I return, everything will be normal, she insisted. I'm tired of this, I said. She hadn't considered the long-term consequences. Even if we stayed married, which we wouldn't, things wouldn't be the same if she went on this trip. I made one last attempt. Becky, don't leave. Let's work on our marriage and make things better. Please don't leave. Henry, I'm going, but everything will be as before. You'll see. I love you too much to let this change anything, she said. Well, I tried. This has already changed things. But you did your duty. You told me your plans. Have a good time. Unlike you, I prefer not to lie to my spouse. I'll be in the carpentry shop if you need me, I said. Henry, be careful using power tools while you're upset. It's dangerous, she warned. I walked to the basement, ignoring her advice. couldn't believe how foolish she was. I loved her, but I wasn't going to agree to her plans. I was shocked she thought I might. I decided to tell Holly what her mother was doing. If Holly didn't believe me, I'd risk it and confront her. We'd talked about going to Hawaii for years, waiting for Holly to be old enough to enjoy it. But now Becky was going with her lover. I considered my options. She was right about divorce. In our state, it's no fault. So I'd have to pay child support for a few years since Holly would likely stay with her mother. I'd be stuck paying for everything. I didn't like the idea of supporting my wife and her boyfriend while I lived alone in some apartment, and who knows who she might bring around Holly. I saw no choice but to stay until Holly left for college, then move out. But I wouldn't be intimate with Becky again. I was in the workshop for hours when I heard Holly come home. She usually spent Saturdays with friends or Dean, so I thought it was a good time to tell her about her mother. Maybe if we were all together, she'd believe me, or at least she could decide for herself. I was about to go upstairs when I overheard Holly talking to her mother. Her first words shook me. "Hello? Mom, have you told Dad about your trip to Hawaii with Mr. Harrington yet?" Damn, she knew everything. Becky hadn't told her the story about a trip with friends. Holly knew the truth and didn't mind.